What's going on, guys? Jerry with another video. Today, guys, I'm going to be going through and showing. We've got a lot of questions to go through and do some test hands and some tutorial combos with the Tri-Brigade Scareclaw deck profile that I posted. The deck's very basic, guys. There's really no combos to it. I'm just going to go through and do some test hands. I figured that's the best thing I could do to try and help you guys. If you guys have more questions of the deck, it'd be better ask in the live stream where I could go over things like this with you. I'll live stream. I'll post this video out probably Saturday, so you're probably seeing this tomorrow. And I'll stream later on today as well, as you guys are seeing this. So I usually probably live around probably around 3ish Central Standard Time. So that would be more like 4 Eastern Time if you're Eastern here in the U.S. So we'll go through here, guys, and do that. So I'm just going to play with whatever hand we get so you guys can kind of see really just how the deck it works. The one thing I love about the deck is it plays through negate, so it doesn't matter how many negates your opponent have, you can just easily play through all of them because all your monsters are inherent summons. So you really just want to get, a crazy hand of Scareclaw. We're going to pretend that we have 6. We're going to go draw 6 cards, say we're going second. You can go really first or second with this deck, it really doesn't matter. So we've got a really good hand going second, so you could do a few different things, right? I would start off with the reinforcement to try and bait the Ash or whatever you're going to try and do. We'll just pretend everything goes through so you guys can see the full how the deck works, right? So you're going to try and bait the Ash out with the, I don't know why I'm shuffling, force of habit. With that, you want to go ahead and pull, this is the only one you can pull from the deck, so next, you want to go ahead and play the field spell with the hand that we drew. I'll try and spread it back out where you guys can see it here. Here we go. So we'll play the field spell next. I'll just put it up. You guys can see it. Oh, that's too far over there. We'll just put it over here so you guys can see it. Try and keep it condensed and on screen, and then the cards as well. So then at this point, right, if they happen to have, right, you like to hit the field spell too, unless they negate the field spell. Usually this is where they're going to Ash, if they have Ash. So this is where if you get Ashed, it's probably going to be here. They may Ash the reinforcements, especially if they don't know what deck you're playing. So if you hadn't already baited them out with that, this will bait them out if they have Ash. So Ash is going to be gone by now regardless. But just for scenario's sake, right, we're going to go ahead and just pull another one from deck to hand. We'll just quickly cut. So we'll say we have all these cards in our hand. We've got all that. Then at this point, right, if they've probably done some sort of negate or something, you could probably go Talons as well. So it really just depends. We've got Cyber Dragon, so we go Cyber Dragon first, and just special summon him. Get him like on the furthest zone out of your way. So like way over here, you guys can still see that on camera. And then, like, if you're using, like me, like the Mega Fleet, right, if they got something in the extra monster zone, right, over here, right, you could just get rid of this and bring out the Mega Phantom that I showed off in the profile. So you could no Mega Phantom, you could Mega Fleet them, sorry. So that could be something they've already got something out, Mirror Jade or something like that that's in that zone, or a Link Monster. You could go ahead and hit them with that combo. We'll say we bring him out. Let's say they destroy our Cyber Dragon, remove from play, whatever, with Mirror Jade or whatever the case we may be playing. Right, they get rid of Cyber Dragon because they're afraid we're playing. They're not quite sure what we're playing yet. They see the Scareclaw clause, but not quite sure. So we'll go ahead and go Talons here. We'll go ahead and get them to burn another negate if they have any. If not, we'll go ahead and draw 2 cards. You don't have to play it at this point, but just for the scenario, we'll go ahead and do it just so we can draw the 2 extra cards. Not that we need them. So here, guys, you're just going to do your standard stuff, which is really just special summon them out. Right? So you're going to go 1, 2, and then bring out the 3rd one. Alright, and then his effect's going to activate, so we'll get multiple effects off this. We'll pull the Arrival, and then I'll shuffle, and then we'll kind of cut. Alright, so now we have Call By. So we just +2 off of that. So this is basically where all you do is just, the next thing you want to do. We have several things we could do here. They're probably going to have usually have more negates and stuff like that. If they don't, we could try and go the rescue cat play. If we're able to. If not, we maybe want to save the rescue cat play for next turn. It really just depends on what your opponent board has. Usually I would say here probably you're not going to be able to do the rescue cat play. You're probably just going to go straight for Tryhard. You're going to bring him out, activate his effect, bring back, I forget which one we normal summoned. I think it was, I think it was Balone, so we'll say we summoned him. So we'll bring back that one. His effect will activate. We'll bring back, we'll bring the one that lets us attack multiple times. So, yeah, Astral. So we'll special summon Astral to the field. Alright, do that. Then you can go Arrival here. Right, bring back Balone. So now you can attack 3 times, guys, because you have 3 different Scareclaws on the field. He also gets 300 points for all the ones in defense, so you've got at least 3, 6, 9, plus all your opponent's monsters in defense, so you've got 9, plus theirs. Plus they lose 100 attack points for each one as well too, and plus now you do piercing damage with us getting Balone out in defense. So an attack 3 times, our attack is probably at least usually around here like 42 to like 50, 53ish, something around that area. So 3 attacks, that's probably going to be game or close to it. Let's say they get into the turn, right? You set the Call by the Grave face down, leave the 3 cards in hand for backup, not a bad backup hand at all. They go, probably go back to you. Then you still have all that. They do anything for their turn, right? You're going to have that to stop any combo play they try and go for. Because at this point, their main engine and stuff like it's probably already going to be in the graveyard. And you can just do that to stop their one play. Plus, for everything they do goes in defense. And all the defense stuff can't target him. So that's pretty much going to be probably a pretty quick game. And it's rare that I even use the rescue cat because the game is already over. Or I'm in a move where I can't use it. That's one of the reasons I'm not running 3 of them, guys. We'll do another one real quick. So you guys can see maybe some more moves. But that's basically how the deck works. You're just going to really run over them very quickly. The deck's an OTK deck, and it plays through negates. So you really want to draw more of the Scareclaw monsters, which is why I'm playing all of them in here. Right? You want to see as many of them as possible in your hand, because they can't negate your summons with them. So they're going to hit the board. Then once they hit the board, they've got to figure out what they're going to do with it. Then they can destroy it. After that, if they've got some sort of effect or something like that. Alright, Karaz, Kit, Arrival, Alpha, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this one's not too bad of a hand. It's not bad at all, actually. It's a pretty good hand. So there were several things we could do here, right, if we're going first. Depending on what they have, right, you may want to go Alpha first and bounce the card they have, or force them to use the negate on Alpha, so Alpha's stuck on the field, or destroyed, depending on the negate, if it, just negates or destroys. So you go with that, or go Field Spell. We'll go Field Spell first, see if they have any hand traps. If they do, they Ash. They're probably going to Ash this, or they may just wait. A lot of people sometimes usually wait, which is good for you, because that means you get a guaranteed summon. We only have the one in hand, so we'll go ahead and pull. We'll just go ahead and pull Astral, that's fine. Doesn't really matter which one. So at this point, right, you can just go special summon Alpha, right? Bring Alpha in defense. Remember, you're always going to put them in defense. I usually try and put them like in the furthest zones, because remember, dex zones matter because they have to be adjacent for these to special summon. So try and put them in the further left or right. It doesn't matter. You just want them out of the way. And then you can try and trigger his effect if you want to try and bounce something to get rid of some negates or anything, maybe traps or face down they have. So usually I go ahead and try and do this first, so that way they destroy him, just negate him, he's stuck on the field. Whatever it is, we want to make them waste their cards on the Alpha with this play here. Once they've done wasting their negates, we'll just say he's negated and, we'll say he's negated and destroyed. We'll make it even harder. We'll say he's negated, destroyed, he's in the graveyard. He's over in the graveyard. So So then what we can do, we can turn around and go Karaz, would be what I would be next. Pitch the Kit. Special summon Karaz in defense. Now Kit's gonna trigger. Let's say they go Ash here. Let's say they Ash the Kit, so we don't get to dump the card. They're gonna Ash that because they don't want to get the Tri-Brigade engine going. So they'll probably Ash that if they didn't already Ash this. So we'll say they Ash the Kit, just so you can see how the deck works. So we've already got 2 engraves. So that's fine. We can banish both of them. We've already got what we wanted anyway. We got 2 engraves, so they fell for our move. We're going to go Blossom. This is why I said you guys should never be summoning a Rescue Cat. You should never be hard summoning Rescue Cat. Alright? You're going to do it with Blossom. So Blossom's out. So then what we're going to do is normal summon Astral. And then what we'll do is then we'll go... So you can do 2 different things here. You can go ahead and link and go into that, or you can just go and special summon Richard. At this point, more than likely they've got 1 card in defense, so we'll use his effect. So we'll pull the other Arrival from deck, and we'll get to draw a card because we'll pretend there's 3 cards in defense. Because usually most of the time they're going to have something low level card. We got a Lightning Storm for backup, not that we need it. So we have 2 Arrivals and a Lightning Storm. Alright, so then at this point, guys, so then what you can do is we can link them away. So they all have to be beasts, so we'll send these 3 to the graveyard. Bam. And then, see, right, that's all this deck does is you're just really doing everything to get him out. Right, and you want to make sure you're getting him out smart and as efficient as possible. And making sure you're protecting him. So ideally, you would probably want to play one of the Arrivals before doing that. If you had something else to go into, like IP, maybe we could have went into like IP first and then did that. But then we'll go Arrival before we go as effect and bring back... Well, in this case we only have the 1, so make sure to just use his effect first. Bring him back, because then his effect allows you to trigger to add one of the other ones from the deck to your hand. So this is one of the ones you're just going to have to kind of risk it, because you're going to want the rest of the combo to go through. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you can waste these on. I probably wouldn't go into anything else. Anything else would kind of be overextending, I would feel like. So I just would leave the board at that and save this as your good backup hand. Next turn you draw, you get Reinforcement, which is going to pull him to hand. And then you're just going to be able to rebuild, basically re-bring him back out. So you're just able to rebuild the board again. If let's say all that got wiped out on their turn, right? Let's say they broke our board again. Our turn, right? You just go Reinforcement. I'm just going to pull this one just so we don't go through the deck, right? And let's say they get rid of the field spell too. They wipe all that out. We're good to go. Then you just go Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm first, then play the Reinforcement, right? Wipe out all their monsters. Or if they've got a lot of back row, get rid of all their back row. Because usually at this point, you've already got rid of their monsters and stuff like that. So they probably have little to no negate, so it's probably maybe a back row. So you probably want to wipe out their spell and traps. Of course, it depends on whatever they have. Then you can go Rival, right? Bring back Astral, special summon, or we can normal summon Acro, or no, yeah, special summon it, right? So then you'll get to add the other Arrival again, right? And then draw another card. We got Alpha. That's a fantastic draw. We'll definitely take it. And then the same thing, guys. You just bam, link, bring him back, activate his effect, special summon him back, add to your hand Astral so you can do multiple attacks. Everything's put back in defense, special summon him back out, or actually pull the other one. Actually pull the other one because you can do better here. Pull Balloon so this way you can finish them. So you're going to go for game here. Go that, then you go double Arrival. So then you'll bring back him, and then you'll bring back that. So this way you have all 4, so you can attack 4 times. You get 300 for each one, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12. plus their field, so it's at least probably 2 or 3 cards. You're talking at least probably 1,800, 15 to 1,800 extra attack points. So he's at least a 48 to like maybe like a 52 or something like that. And he can attack 4 times, and he does piercing damage, guys. So hopefully this shows you guys how the deck works and how you play the deck. Basically, all you're doing is really getting him out, and you want these out on the field to back him up to give him his extra bonus points. The whole deck is really just revolved on playing him. He's your weakness, is with the deck, until we get some of the newer cards that'll come out to help kind of protect him. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if this helped. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. But hopefully this quick tutorial showed you how the deck works and plays and how it goes through. If not, join the live stream tomorrow. I'll be using the deck itself and a more advanced version as well too. If that interests you, I appreciate you guys' love and support, and I will see you guys in the next one.